You know what my favorite stare down you had?
What?
Was Peter McNeeley.
Absolutely.
That fucking thing, your head wasn't moving, and he was sitting there going like this, and you just stand there going.
Yo, listen, I gotta tell you one thing. Peter
Your eyes were just going side to side, and
Peter
we all knew the fight was over
is
anyways.
one of the greatest guys in the world, personally.
Right.
You know, so I'm in, after biting the Van Hill, they sent me to Harvard Medical Center, a psych ward pretty much, you know. I had to go there for a while. And
So you sitting there going like, I'm not crazy. The fucking dude
I'm doing this
was
shit.
headbutting me.
Back in the, but that don't mean shit, man. I gotta go talk to these people with these white jackets.
Wait, did they give you the Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
knitted hat from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? And you're like, come on, put the game on.
They got
Like
me
the
in
one,
I'm
the
in
one
outfit.
sane guy in there.
Right.
They got
Right.
me in there with people fucking chickens and shit. Yeah. So I'm
Fuck.
in there. But all of a sudden in my room, knock, knock, know who it is, Peter McNeeley. Yo, Mike, let's go out, baby. This is beautiful, baby. Let's go out. I got some bitches right now. I said, Peter, I can't. I got to take this test. He said, nah, fuck that, Mike. I got these bitches. Let's go out.
That's amazing.
And, man, it was just, I wanted to go out with him so bad. He just looked like, he just looked at the...
That's so cool that you guys at one moment are trying to kill each other, and then the second it's over, like you guys can just hang
It's
out.
just us trying to make some money for our families, man. We don't have no hard... Most fighters are really friends, and we respect each other. We just put on a
Fact.
Yeah, but that moment that he's talking about, that wasn't a show. I mean, you were locked in.
Oh, yeah, we're fighting.
You were locked in.
But after
and you
it's
couldn't
over,
wait to
it's
get
love.
after it.
Yeah, but after it's
You
over,
could
it's
My
not
love.
wait.
my favorite
It was
stare
terrifying.
down.
I know he been
You want
to
another guy
I
with
know
a
he been to a bunch of rehabs, Peter. Peter had to go to a bunch of rehabs, man, 'cause he's a beautiful person. He just like to party.
another guy I thought he had a great stare was Tommy Hearns.
Tommy Hearns was pretty tough, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Back
and
in
he
the
had
day?
that weird thing where he was.
All right. You know, everything he said was a fact. But, hey, you know what? Yeah, I've been in a few rehabs, but I'm proud to say today that I'm almost 5 years clean. No alcohol, no drugs. And you know what? Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. You know, I want to live a long life. My daughter's 13 years old. I want to be around for her.
You know, Tyson mentioned that you're a beautiful person. You know, how does that make you feel that, you know, that even though you guys connected on a professional level, like you guys worked with each other in boxing, outside of that, he says, yo, that motherfucker's a beautiful person. You know, how you reflecting on that aspect of your journey?
Because he knows. I mean, you know, we met that one. Well, we met press conferences and the weigh-in before the fight, and then the fight itself. But you know, people said to me, Peter, you know, in that brief 30 seconds that you talked to Mike in the ring, people said, "What did you say?" And I said, I told him like it was. I said, you know, growing up in college, you were my hero, and you will be the champion again. And my prediction was correct. He won a couple of belts after the fight with me, and you know, hey, life goes on, man. And you know, he's a, you know, just like he said about me, he's a good guy too. And just like he says, it's the hurt business. When that bell rings, it's on like Donkey Kong. I'm trying to kill you, and he's trying to kill me. It's just that's the way boxing is.
How are you reflecting on partying, and you know, what advice do you have to younger people who want to, you know, take on boxing and may be successful and get caught up in the party lifestyle?
It doesn't matter what sport or business you take part in. You're obviously going to be better at it. If you're not drinking, you're not doing drugs. and that's society has not taught people that in a good enough sense. I was never one for painkillers or opiates. My thing was alcohol and cocaine and marijuana. Those were my things. I wanted to go up. I didn't want to go down. But in your thinking that you want to go up, you really are going to go down. It's not good, not good. And today in this state and in New England and in this country, heroin has taken a grip on this state and this country bad. I would have had more fights and a longer career had I not drank and done cocaine. But, I'm a big person about this. What if? What if nothing? That's not the way it happens. Life is not practice. There's no rewind. It's not a VCR. It's not a DVD player. There's no rewinds. It's the way it happens. And you know what? I can learn from it and know that my behavior was wrong. And I'm proud to say that this November 1 coming up will be 5 years. No alcohol, no drugs. And this is the first time in my life that I did it on my own. No rehabs, no meetings. Meetings are great. Meetings are good. But, especially with the COVID, the whole, process of AA or NA is out the window now. Because, it's hard to get 30 or 40 people into a room and not practice social distancing. But hey, I'm happy with Peter today, without a substitute in my body.
All right, so let's talk about brain damage. Can we start with this helmet here? Can you just talk about your history with brain damage? And because you're sharp as fucking nails. And to me, it's like you talk about life. We talk about boxing. You're sharp as nails. But we're not addressing haters or people being mean.
Hey. That's okay. That's okay. You know what? Like obviously, when you get punched in the head or you get KO'd, there's going to be damage done to your brain. But I do have brain damage. But the brain, 90% of my brain damage has come from sleep apnea. My nose has been broken 12 times. And that's, I got sleep apnea. I would strap a mask on my face every night. And not enough oxygen. When you lay down in a bed, not enough oxygen gets to your brain from sleep apnea. And that causes brain damage. You multiply the hours, the minutes, the hours, the days, the months, the years, and it causes brain damage. And you know what? Hey, I'm all right. I strap that sleep apnea CPAP mask to my face every night. I can't sleep without it. And I'm diligent about wearing it every night.
So let's revisit this helmet. What's the story of this helmet? And
well, people that don't know or remember, I played high school football. I played. This is back in the days of the junior high school when Medfield Junior High School, if you were big enough and you were good enough, you could play football as an 8th grader on the 9th grade freshman football team. So all 4 McNeeley boys played 5 years of high school, junior high and high school football. This is my helmet. And as you can see, it was cracked. I cracked it. It's scarred up very bad. They should have never given me shoulder pads because I led with my head. And that's where, head trauma began for me. And this crack happened. This is fall of 1985. I graduated in 86, but it was fall of 85. And when I did this to the helmet, the next week the new bike safety helmets came in. And, that's my Medfield High School story. See? Medfield! Mike Tyson is a very, very, he's a very sharp individual. He's a very smart individual. And you know what? Hey, call it a coincidence, call it whatever you want to call it, but it didn't matter that night. August 19, 1995, when I fought Mike Tyson, it didn't matter who Mike Tyson fought that night. It was going to be, and it was, a record pay-per-view event of all times. He's a worldwide icon. And you know what? He is a good guy, and I'm happy for him that life is going good for him today. He's very relaxed and has a family, and I'm happy for him. You know what? Hey, all like they say, everybody's hell is their own hell. You know, we all have our problems, but you know what? The best thing to do is to think positive and look towards the future. That's why the windshield in your car is so big and the rear view mirror is so small. Go forward. Don't get hung up on looking back. All like they all say, glance at the past. Don't stare. And the only time you should stare is for a teachable moment to teach somebody what not to do. Let me have done those incorrect things in my past so you won't do them today or in your future. I'm grateful for a lot of things, man. I mean, hey, I've had my things happen to me in the last 10 years where I'm grateful that I woke up and was able to walk out here this morning. I'm grateful. God has been good to me, man. Hey, sometimes they call it a coincidence, but is it a big coincidence, or is it all supposed to really happen like this? Who knows? But I'm grateful. And yeah, I'm grateful that Mike Tyson looks back on our time together